Okay, good evening to you all, and you're all welcome to this CV slash resume webinar, which I titled How to Structure Your CV. So I'm going to take the through to take you through this webinar, and we're going to discuss intensively on how to um, structure your CV. So all of you, I believe you all know my name, so no need for introduction. So I always start my webinar with outlines. That is what we are to cover during the webinar. So we are going to talk about the webinar. Of course, I'm going to talk about what the webinar is all about, even though I knew all of you that are here, you know what the webinar is all about. So but of course, despite that, I'm going to talk about that so that you'll understand why you are here, what you are going to expect, what you are going to learn at the end of the webinar. So after this, talking about the webinar, we are going to have a brief understanding of what is CV and what is a resume. So we'll talk about that, and you will see uh, what are these, what it is. It's not something, there is a very thin line between them. It's not that, uh, how can I say, confused. So we'll just talk about that, and you'll know what CV is all about and also what a resume is all about. So we'll talk about that. And also we'll talk about how to structure CV. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how to structure a resume. We'll talk about that. So you're going to see uh, how to structure the two. Maybe what are the common things that are between the two? What are the common things that are, you might found it here or you might not find it here. So we'll talk about that, and you will see how to do that. Again, we are going to talk about the best practices. We're going to talk about the best practices, what you need to be doing in your CV while sending it to, or while applying for a job. We'll talk about that, what you're supposed to do, what you need to be doing, because not every, things that you think you are doing, you can keep doing while sending your CV. If not, you can keep sending your CV. Since 2005, you are sending your CV up till today. Nobody call you for interview. Nobody call you for written test. It has to do with your CV, and it has to do with the way you are sending your CV, or you are not following the best practices to send your CV. So we'll talk about that also. And after that, we will have a live review of some CVs and resume that was or that some of you uploaded during the registration. We have more than 40 something. I think it's about 48 resume and CVs that were, uploaded during the registration. And I'm going to show you all, but I don't think we are going to follow all of them and look after them. I don't think we are going to do that. But yeah, I want us to just go through at least if we can, so that we can review as many as we can, because the more we review them, the more we correct them, the more some of you will have the experience on how they can structure, how you can structure your own and how you're going to develop yours. So I think we're going to review as many as we can, so that you will have more understanding on how to how to make some corrections on yours. But believe me, immediately after these best practices, I believe some of you will know what you made, the mistakes you are making. You'll know what this, you know that. And when we review also, you will have more hands-on experience on how to correct yours and how to develop it. And of course, after this webinar, I believed I will send some samples of the CVs to you, sample of resume, sample of CV also, so that you can just go through the sample. If you like this sample, edit, put over, you can, because the samples are, I can say, tested samples and samples that I believed many people used and they were called for interview. Some of them they got job with the samples. So I'll give you some samples, which don't worry, it's not like online samples, but it's only one of them that I never use it, which I can't give a review on it. It's one of the CV. I just title a CV template. I'll share that one to you. I never used that and I never asked anybody to use it. So I don't have any review on it. But the two that I'm giving to you, a lot of people have used them. They were called for interviews. Some got job with it. So I believed if you can edit it, put your information, because it's your information that matters and the format, I think maybe the template can help. But the other one, I don't have, assurance on it. We'll have question and answer at the end. If you have some questions, we'll have question and answer at the end of the uh, webinar. So if you have your question, as I used to do, just write it down or type it in your WhatsApp, copy, and when we start the question and answer, you just paste your question. Then I'll read it loud and I'll respond to the question if I knew what you're asking for. So we'll have a conclusion and we call it a day. So these are our outlines. We're going to cover these 8 outlines during this webinar. So let's go and let's see. Let's start with number one of our outline, that is about the webinar. So you already know the webinar is just a free webinar. Like I told you, where you will have a full understanding of CVs, like resume, and how to structure your own CV or your own resume in order for you to attract the HR, that is the human resources, who are the hiring teams, and also to secure an interview. Because let me tell you this, most of the people, if they could have been called for an interview, they will have get the job. It's just because they were never given the opportunity to attend the interview. And that has everything to do with their CV. And CV is your CV that speaks to this hiring team, is your CV that speaks to them. You are not there. They don't know your face. They don't know your age. They don't know anything about you. It's just your CV. When they look at your CV, if the CV is attracted, if the CV is, awesome, they will just call the person that has the CV and interview the person to prove he's the owner of the CV. So we're going to talk about this so that you learn how to structure your CV and how to make your CV, stand out of many CVs. I participated in many hirings, but there are many CVs. If you look at many people's CV, even you, if you call them and you show them other, contestants' CV or other participants' CV, they will tell you that they don't deserve the job, because somebody will just bring a CV. Even now, there are people that send their CV with, they just write their CV. They didn't type it. They didn't type it. They'll just write it with plain sheet and paper or something and send it. Even now, I'm telling you this in 2024. So how do you expect somebody to get a job like that? And so it's just for you to learn how to do that. So when your CV is outstanding, when your CV is okay, when you send it, you will be called. Then when you attend the interview, that's where you prove yourself. And the more you attend interviews, the more you have experience of interviews, and the more you have the chance to qualify it, or you have the chance to get a job in the future. So this is all about the webinar, and we're going to have a practical, like I say, hands-on review of the CV, and you're going to see everything. You're going to understand it, because whatever I'm going to say here has to do with my experience, the little experience I have in it, and what I saw, what I hear, what I had, and also what I experienced, the way people are sending their CV, the way people are writing their CV, the way HR are selecting people based on their CV. So I'm going to tell you all this, and I believed it will help some of you or many of you, so that you can learn how to correct your CV and, apply for the job. And I hope you get the job. So that's it. That's what we are going to talk about. So we're going to help you to, uh, structure your CV well and secure an interview. I'm not the one to do the interview for you. I'm not the one to answer the question for you. It's you. So it's just for me to help you structure the CV and secure that interview for you. And of course, from there, you carry it on and you take it from there. So that's what this webinar is all about. So let's have the understanding of CV and resume. What is CV and what is resume? Uh, Please let me just have some, some how can I say, some reviews from you, or some response from you. What do you understand by CV and resume? So we have resume and we have CV. What do you understand about the two? Please just drop something. Just drop in the chat if you are with me. Just drop something in the chat, respond to it. I'll just see what do you understand by CV and resume. Please, just in 2 words and we move. So that we'll just have some interactive with you, so that some of you will not be sleeping. Yeah, I'm listening. I know some of you are typing. Please just respond. What do you understand by resume and CVs before we move? Please don't Google it and don't put it on ChatGPT. Just tell me your understanding, please. Someone say I thought it's the same. No, they are not synonymous, so we can't say it's the same. It's not the same. Sadiq Garba, it's not the same. There is difference between CV and resume, but the difference is kind of a very thin, different. Yes, CV contains a lot of information, while the resume is just short and precise. So Ibrahim, of course. So that's one of the thin difference between the two. That one of the difference between the two. Thank you for that. The difference between them has to do with the content involved. That what I just said in my presentation. It also has to do with the information and the content involved in them. That what that's one of the most common difference between the two. So I just go ahead and write that resume has a very concise and straightforward information, and it is always one page. Normally is one page, and it has a straightforward information about you. So it's just for you to go ahead. You don't need to tell them you are married. You don't need to tell them all you need to tell them is go straight forward up who you are. When they look at it, they'll just say, okay, this person has master's degree, he worked in so, he did so project, and that's all about you. They'll just say if you qualify for the job, they'll call you. If not, they will not call you. They don't even need your referees, they don't even need anything. It's just a very straightforward and concise information. And like I said, it's usually a one page something about you. So hello, I'm sorry, can you hear me, please? Yeah, I know I was cut off. It's because of my network. Can you hear me, please? Okay, so like I said, it's usually a one-page information, a one-page about you, and it's a straightforward. So that what it's all about. So whenever you see something like that, is just a resume, and it's always, like I say, straightforward, and it's one page. So as for the CV, it has a broader information, and it can take many pages. So it has a lot of pages, a lot of things, because sometimes there are some people's CV that they have about 50 pages, some 100 pages. So, but don't worry, it's just the way their career is, what they did, what they have achieved in their lives. If they gave you their CV, if you start reading their CV, it will take you like 2 days reading what they have done. So it's just those people are the most, they are the people that, don't worry, they have once for ministerial position and other positions. Some of them, they have a very vibrant CV. If you see, once you saw their CV, definitely you have to call them for you have to give them the job automatically. So there are people there for the CV, it contains a lot of information, a lot of information. So sometimes this resume that you are seeing is not normally is just for, officers positions, It's just for assistant position sometimes. Uh, Even for some managers position, you cannot apply with resume. You have to send your CV because they need to see a lot about you, because some resume cannot carry a lot, some people's experience. There are some resume that cannot carry such. It's just resume. Sometimes I used to tell some people resume is for novice, is for those people that are just starting. So that way when you are starting, maybe fresh somebody, you can go ahead and use the resume because you don't have a lot with you. But believe me, when you have achieved a lot, when you have worked a lot, for example, in your career, even though let's say, okay, you are a data analyst, for example, you worked with about 10 international NGOs or 5 international NGOs, for example, you have a lot of projects. There is no way resume will take, when you are applying for a job, resume cannot take your informations because you have, for example, 20 years working experience, you have this, you have that. When you started writing your resume, you can't even apply for the job with a resume, especially when the position you are applying, the position is a big position. Maybe it's a country director, or maybe it's a coordinator, or maybe it's country something or regional something. You need to have CV, and your CV need to contain a lot about you related to what you are applying for. So that's what CV is all about and what resume is all about. And sometimes while applying, read what they want. Some organizations or companies, they say send us your resume. Some will say send resume/CV. Some will say send CV. So please just understand what they want and send what they want. Please just understand the two. That way, sometimes you need to have two. Just have them, with you. Have the template with you. If they say CV, send the CV. If they say resume, send resume. But make sure your resume should contain, your CV should contain broader information about you, and also your CV, your resume should take concise and precise information. So that's what the two is all about. I believe from today you understand what these two is. They're not the same. Some will ask you to send, and if they didn't ask you, they didn't provide what you send, just send what you want. But some of them I know nowadays, they used to say, send us your CV or upload your resume, or they will say upload your resume/CV. So these are the two things some of them will, three things some of them are asking for. So you should know what to send. So how to structure your CV. So let's just talk about some key things you need to put in your CV so that your CV can have a lot in it, so that you can have all what you need to have. Please put it inside that CV when you are structuring it. So I'm just giving the headlines. Don't worry, like I said, I'm showing you the template. Of course, I'm showing you the template based on what I'm showing you here. I'll show you the template, and I will share the template with you also. At the end of the webinar, I will send the mail to you. You will have all the template, but now I will show you the structure of it and what to contain, and I'll explain it and every heading for you, what to put there. Okay, so first of all, you need to start with your full name. That what they need to see, that what it's content. Not the way our normal CVs are. You just head your CV curriculum vitae. That's what a lot of people just name it. So nowadays, it's not how it works. You start with your full name, followed by your contact information. And your contact information has to do with your address. It has to do with your social media handles, email address, phone numbers. You need to put all such if you like. This is one thing that you need to understand now. When I talk about social media handles, some of you that are on social media posting memes, posting funny things, posting comedies, posting whatever you want, laughing, doing rubbish. You see, there are lots of people that didn't, qualify, that didn't get a job because of that, habits. So please, you need to be matured on social media because you have been watched. And if you apply for the job, these people, some of them will go to social media and search for what you are doing there, who you are. They will do their own background checkup. Some of them will even go and do anti-terrorist check for you, clearance for you. So there are many things they will undergo. You don't know when they will do it, but please make sure you know what you are doing on social media. Please, if you are a politician, please just continue your politician. All these organizations and all these companies, the reason why they will not call you or they will not give you the job is you are politically exposed person. Once you are a politically exposed person, this organization and these people, normally they will not hire you. They will not call you for interview. Even if you send your CV, they just go through your, they saw you are doing all what you are doing. They will not, they will not, they will not call you for that. So please make sure your social media handles and everything is okay and is up to standard. Please, you need to be matured. You need to have a good life there. Yeah, it's for your own benefit. So you need to state that. Even if people didn't put your social media, some of them now are asking for social media handle. Even if they didn't ask, they will search it. They will search for your name. They will check your email. They will search there. If they're so rubbish, they already know you are rubbish. It's just your CV that looks matured. So please be careful in that. So now you put the objective. This objective is just like I can say, a executive summary of you. It's just something about you. Say something about you, like who you are, or what are your strengths. Just in a statement, like you are telling them who you are. You're telling them who you are. This is something that is good when you are creating your CV. You write it because when they read it, they will know that yeah, we are dealing with a serious-minded person. So this objective is something that a lot of people are using. Some will just put executive summary, some will put objective, and you need to write something there about you. So when they read, before they even read your CV, some of them will know that you are something else. So please make sure you know how to write a vibrant statement about you so that it will catch their eyes and they will, be eager to read the content of your CV when you did that. So followed by personal information. So now, issue of this personal information, please. The only thing now I know they just put more consideration about is not the things that a lot of people are putting before. You put your marital status, state of origin, what do we call it? Number of children. There are people that are putting number of children. Uh, and it is a skin, something that I saw, religion, tribe. Please, that's not what the personal information they are interested in. Age, yeah. Even now, they don't care about your age. There are two things I want. I'm just advising you to put in under this heading of personal information. There are only two things. Please, just only two things. Maybe two things. Just only two things. Your sex. Just put your sex. When you put your sex, and then you put your your what do they say, your state or your country. That's all. That's all what you should put. Please don't put too much information. Your gender, for example, you are a male, then you put Nigerian, for example. That's all what you should consider there. Nothing more, because there are all other things you don't care about it, because some of them need to know whether you are indigenous or you are Nigerian or something like that. But that's it. And they'll just want to know whether you are a male or you are a female. That's all. That's all. So apart from that, don't put no need for your date of birth, no need for your, they don't care about your age. By looking at what you have achieved, your age doesn't matter. If you achieve a lot, nobody cares about your age. Don't worry about that. So under this, I'll show you that you don't need to put two things there. Don't worry. Then you go ahead with institutions attended. Yeah, you need to put your institution. Start with the highest qualification. Sometimes just put the highest qualification and put the relevant qualifications that you have. So you can put that. Or maybe if you want, just go ahead and put your, educational history, maybe master's degree, BSc in this and in that. You can just put that. Please, if you like, I don't think there is need for your secondary and for your primary. Please don't put that. Just put your qualification and stop there. No need for your primary school, secondary school. Sometimes no need. If you like, put it just for the essence of seeing the your how you started your things, maybe the age, maybe 2000 this, you did this. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just my network also. So let me just share my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, let me know so that we can continue. If you can see my screen, let me know. And I'm sorry for those that okay, it's okay. Can you all see my screen, please? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay. Okay, thank you. So you put your qualification, of course, educational qualifications, schools you attended, the qualifications you have, please put them. And always take note, if you have a lot of qualification, please make sure you put those that are relevant always to the job you are applying. I'll talk about these best practices when I'm talking about relevancy. I'll talk about that because you need everything in your CV while applying for the job has to be relevant with what you are applying for. Please take note on this. Please put this relevancy on a plain sheet of paper and have it at the back of your mind so that you will avoid a lot. I'll talk about this later. Then you put your career experience. This career experience is not working experience. Career experience has to do with the positions you held, what you have done so far, the positions you have held so far. That's what this career experience is all about. When we say career, for example, you were once, for example, maybe director, this, you hold a position in this, you did this, you did this, you name the position, the organization you work with, and the year. Position, organization, position, organization, position, organization. You write that, what you have held so far. Some people, if it is, I told you, it's only you put things that are relevant, only things that are relevant. When you are applying for a job, don't go and while putting this career, there are a lot of people that are putting their aluta ranks on when they are applying for organizational job that has nothing to do with aluta. Please, please put something that is relevant. Don't go and say SecGen, Association of Student of Biology, PRO, associate, please, please. Nobody is interested in that. They are not, they are irrelevant. Irrelevant. They are irrelevant. So when something is irrelevant, please don't put it in your CV. Nobody is interested in that. Yeah, somebody says if you are a fresh. So this is one thing about this applying for a job. Take note. Not every time that you need to apply for a job. Let me tell you this. This is why I used to advise a lot of people. I said it on my Facebook. I used to write that to people. Go and volunteer. Start creating your career immediately while you are in school. Even when you're supposed to start, if you have a brother now, start creating his career right from secondary school. So that will help people. That will help you when you graduated. A lot of people that are graduates now, they are not qualified for any job. Nobody will hire you when you are a fresh. Let me tell you this, that's the standard, that's what is going on. Unless maybe you have somebody kind of like apart, some people will just call you, you don't deserve it, and they will just ask you for the job and whatever. But if you are a fresh, you don't have this career experience, you never been anywhere, you don't have any position that you held. So please, I don't know what to tell you here. Seriously, I don't know. So this is why, even as a student now, if some of you are a student, you are a student, please try to volunteer somewhere. Get a position there. If you have a career that you want to, pursue, you want to achieve that career, go to that place, start developing that career. You can start from a clerk. Even if you are a clerk, I started as a data clerk. Start from there. If you are a clerk, start from a clerk. So they will start upgrading you. You will become this, you will become this. You can even become the director, you can even become the CEO or somebody. Even as a student, it's the skills that matter. Nobody will ask you when you go to such places. You say, okay, I'm here to volunteer. Them, they think they are maybe exploiting you. They are just, so now how are you? They are not paying you and you are working for them. You are developing a career. They are benefiting from you. You are developing a career. So you need to understand this too. So if you don't have career experience in your CV, please remove it. But don't worry, if somebody has it, you don't have a chance at all. So that way, even as a student, some of you will just go and spend and waste their life for nothing, building their lives on aluta, on all such, things in school. You are not here, you are in this association, you are in this, you are in this. At the end of the day, you are done. You don't have any experience whatsoever. You don't have any career whatsoever. You apply, what job are you going to apply for? It just has to do with you will apply for maybe other organization. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. So please take note on this. So working experience, this working experience also matters. Working experience, you need to put your experience under working experience. Now, this is where you are going to mention what you have done. Now, in this working experience, you are going to mention what you have done. This is where you are going to even mention your projects, what you have done. For example, yeah, you need to mention again such career that you have done. Maybe you hold a position of director, you held a position of maybe officer in this social organization. So now this is where you need to break down what you have done. Okay, I held position of, then you write the position, then you mention all what you have done under the position. I developed so database. I did this. I analyzed so data. I did this. I did this. I participated in this. I did this. So now this is where you make noise about what you have done. So in this working experience, you need to mention a lot. And like I said, everything has to be relevant. Everything has to be relevant. If you put irrelevant things, you are just wasting your time and you are disqualifying yourself. So put things that are relevant. Things that are relevant. So that where you need to put under the working experience. Because take note, on this working experience, you can mention working experience that you have, which understand this. You really held a position on it. Or maybe it's just a one-time job that you did. It's not a salary job. Maybe it's a volunteer. Or maybe it's just a 3 days work that you did. Or maybe it's a 5 days. Or maybe it's a self project that you did. Maybe you collected a data on your own. You analyzed a data on your own. You report a data on your own. You even held a seminar on such particular research or report you have done. That's something you need to include. If it is relevant to the job you're applying, you include it in your CV. So you see, you will not put that in your career experience, but you will put it in your working experience because you have experience in that. So this is something you need to understand the difference between the two. So again, you need to put skills and potentials. This is where you need to put all your skills, maybe leadership skills, innovative skills, these skills. You need to put, put your, strength here. You need to put your skills and potentials there. And please, skills and potentials are not, we're talking about the soft skills, please, the soft skills. I talk about soft skill and hard skills. Some people think soft skill are the software skills. So most of the people, when I say soft skill, they just put computer. I have a JavaScript. They are not soft skills. Soft skills are the, what? How can I even put it for you? They are the inherent skills of somebody. Something that you have, communication skills that you have, maybe leadership skills that you have. They are the soft skills. So hard skills are soft skills that has to do with technical skills. So the name confuse a lot of people. So understand this. So this has to do with your soft skills, please. But this is where computer proficiency, this is where you need to put your technological skills, not technical skills. Like, yeah, I can even say technical skills because this is where you put the hard skills. So the one is the soft skills, the other one is for the hard skills. So now you put all the relevancy, all the skills that you have, the proficiency, because yeah, nowadays people, all jobs, they need to know what you know when it comes to technology. If you don't know how to use technology, please, this is where you need to go and start learning such. Don't worry, don't just sit. You have a lot on your plate, you have a lot to learn, and you have a lot to have. Then you have professional certificates. So this is where you mention your professional certificates, such certificate that you just did online for free. All the certificates you did online for free. That has to do maybe on Coursera, maybe on NITDA website, maybe on any certificate that you did for free, which is relevant to what you are applying. Just put such certificate. Don't worry. Just go ahead. Start mentioning this certificate. I have certificate in this, certificate in this, certificate in this. Just keep mentioning your professional certificates. If you are professional certificate, that's to do maybe you are a lawyer, or maybe you are an accountant, or maybe you are a medical doctor. They need to see all such qualifying certificate, maybe and other or certificates. You need to put such certificate also. Okay, then languages, of course, they need to know the languages you can speak. Of course, put languages. Hobbies also is still relevant. You can put it. They need to see your hobbies is something that, even though it doesn't matter, but yeah, there are lots of people that if you put it, they'll just ignore it and just continue their things. But yeah, it's something that if you like, you put it. But I just put it, but languages, please put languages that you can speak. That way it's very good for you to learn some languages. It's very good for you. Don't just learn English and Hausa. I know some interviews that the third language that the candidate can speak, the others cannot. That will qualify the candidate to get the job. And the language is for what can I say, full day Platenchi. So the candidate can speak Platenchi while others cannot. They can only speak English and Hausa. They cannot speak Platenchi, but the last candidate can do that, and he got the job because of that language. So if you can do all good, that one unique thing that you can speak, can qualify you for the job. Like some of you, maybe they want to do jobs in Ariwa and you can't speak Hausa. Nobody can give you job in Ariwa and you can't speak Hausa. Or maybe you want to do job in South or this other part of the Nigeria. You cannot speak Yoruba, you cannot speak Igbo, you cannot speak the language of the, predominant people that are there. Nobody can offer you that job. So they need to see the languages that you can. You want to work in Borno and you cannot speak Kanuri or other, nobody can hire you. So most of the time you cannot be hired because sometimes they need locals because you are going to deal with the locals or you are going to deal with other people. So some of them, they used to focus on the languages also to even qualify you to. Okay, so that's for languages and hobbies. So the next thing is for you to put the referees. So in CV, you put referees. Let me talk about this referee so that a lot of people understand it. Even today at office, we discuss about that. Many people think that referees are your relatives. That's why a lot of people put their next of kin as their referees. I know, you don't need to say it, just laugh. You just did what you did. Someone will just, his referee will be his father, mother, and his brother. That's his referees. You see, that's not what referees is. And some people are putting referees, they put their dignitaries, they put their people in their state. Some people put their politicians. I saw a lot of people put Yerima Bokura as their referee. Some people will put Emir of Gusau as their referee. Some will put a Sarki Muslimi as their referee. I don't know why people are doing that. Maybe they thought if they put that Yerima or they put maybe high level politicians within the state, they will get the job. Please, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You are a free is your line manager, somebody you work under him or her. Please, you should note this. So referee, whenever you are putting your referee, put the name of the person you worked under the person, someone that can give a review about you, someone that can talk about you, someone that can say you are good in what you said you are. You did this work with this person, you work under this person, you did this, you did that, you need to put that. Please, this is where I used to tell people, whenever you are leaving a particular organization or a company, please leave them in peace because you need them in the future. If you live with them in pieces, you fight, you abuse them, you did all such things. When you are looking for a job, you will be asked for reference. They need to know from where you are. They need to know your habits. They need to know what you have done. If you left a bad record there, my brother, you are going to be disqualified. And let me tell you one thing, this reference that they are collecting, when they are sending the referees to send a preview or to send a review about you, you will not even be aware of that. It's going to be anonymous email. So the email, the information they will send is anonymous, is just a pseudonymous email, and nobody knows what is inside there. Nobody knows what is contained in the email. It's only the HR that will read it. So if you left a bad record there, they will say, this person used to take our things. He's a tip. And he's a very this, he's arrogant, he's very this, don't even hire that person. So you will not be called. Please take note on this. So when you are leaving your organization or a place where you volunteer or where you work, please don't left there, don't fight with anybody. Even if they provoked you, you voluntarily resign. Just resign. Write your resignation letter. I saw one resignation letter my wife showed me yesterday. Is just write your resignation letter and put bye bye. That's all. Even if it is like that, just write a resignation letter as your title or whatever. Just put bye bye. You are respectfully and you did your signature and live in peace. So that when you are looking for another job and they need your reference, these people will write a good review about because you didn't do anything to them. You just live peacefully, you voluntarily resign. Please take notes on this. So your reference should be people you work with, not your brother, not your father, not your mother, not your emir, not your political boss, not those people. Please put people that you work with and work that is relevant with what you are applying. Don't go and put your, what do they call it, your supervisor during your 2023 election. Maybe your INEC supervisor, what do they call it? I don't even know how the ranks are. Please don't go and put that. Nobody is looking for that, unless maybe they are hiring you for survey or for something else. But something that is relevant, that's what you should put, please. So these are the things that you need to put in your CV, and you see, these are a lot. If you have a lot, you are going to put a lot. You know this. These are a lot, very, very a lot informations. You need to put them. All information that are relevant. So that's why I told you some people will be 3 pages, 2 pages, 5 pages, but all this fresh graduate, fresh graduate, your CV, I know is going to be half of the page because somebody is only his primary, secondary, university, NYSC, working experience, teaching practice in social secondary school during my NYSC. Then some people are putting, is it what did they put in their working experience? They used to put, what that name of thing that people are doing during service? Is it say it? Some people put say it. Say it or what? They just put it, and that's their working experience. So it's very kind of you know things there. So, but it's okay. You can you need to have a lot and you need to get a lot so that you can put a lot in your CV. So let's move on to resume and see the content of it. And I'm not going to take much time there since we already explained what to put in your CV. And so some things you need to not to put there is just like this. So you need to full name, contact information, education, career experience, projects. So this is where I put instead of after this career experience, you can put project. So there I talk about working experience. So it's like project working experience. You can put that. So the heading can take any. So just put that. So after that, your core strength. Of course, you need to put your core strength. They need to see you are innovative, you are this, also strength. They need to proficiency. Of course, you need to put all your proficiency, the skills that you have, all the softwares you know. You need to put that also. Professional certificate, then you need to put your professional certificates. Of course, they need to see your certificates. After education, of course, they need the education, but this professional certificate matters also in your resume. They need to see that. These are the only information you need to put in your resume. These are the only informations in your resume you need to put. So you see, some are just one line, the others is just two of them that you need to put a lot: career, experience, and project. That one you need to put much in there. So you need to put key project that you did that are relevant to the position you're applying. So if it is a resume, it just need to take that. So key projects. So you need to pick the most recent and vibrant one that you did. Just put them there and leave the minor ones there. But in CV, you can put anything, including the minor ones, so that to make it look broader and to make it look, comprehensive. Because CV is comprehensive, while I told you resume is concise and very precise. So this is it about it. So let's just talk about the best practices. I think that's what we need to talk about here. So let's talk about these best practice things that you need to know and you need to understand related to CV. Because let me tell you this, you see, there are things you need to know while applying for a job, while sending your CV. That's what this best practices is all about. That's what I'm going to talk about. I want you to understand. Number one thing that you need to know is that always put what is relevant to the job you are applying in your CV. Please take note on this and understand this. I told you from the beginning that write that word relevancy, just write it there. Please understand that. Even in our law of evidence, we need relevancy. You need to know relevance. Relevancy matters. So when something is not relevant, please, it has no, uh, what can I say? Nobody will even care about it. Nobody will even care to look at it. That's why I told you most of the CVs, if you look at the recent graduate CV, you see most of the things he did is just someone will even put that he's assistant class rep or he's a class rep. I saw someone putting he is once a water resources prepet in primary school, and he's also, is it a labor prepet in secondary school, while he's a assistant class rep in university. All this, is this something that I see no reason why you are applying for a position of something and you are putting all this. They are just hula baloo. It's just empty noise, and you don't need to do that. Please put things that are relevant. If you are applying for a job that is related to, maybe you have skills in health, everything in your CV should talk about that health related uh, 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 experience that you have. If maybe you have experience in computer, everything in your CV should have, for example, now me, if I'm applying for a job maybe that is related to law, I'll put things that are relevant to law. I'll not put anything related to data analysis. Nothing. Nobody will see anything related to data analysis. Why would I'm applying for a position of maybe, for example, a legal practitioner or a company secretary at any organization, and I'm telling them I'm a data analyst. Please tell me what is the relevance. I analyze a particular data. I did this. It's irrelevant. You need to give them what you have done as a company sec. What experience do you have as a company secretary? What companies have you ever been their secretary? What have you done as a secretary? Mention all the secretarial services that you have rendered before. That's what is relevant to the CV. So your CV should look different when you are applying for the job. So you need to put relevant things, please. Again, always edit your CV before applying for any job. There are people that are using their CV since 1980. And even in 2020, they are still using the same CV today. So please and please, you that if you know you have such habit, please, from today, avoid that habit. That way you will never be called for any, nobody will call you for interview. Nobody. Because your CV is the same. Your CV is the same. Nothing changed. Since 1980, you are still using the same CV in 2024. Whenever you see a job vacancy, you just go and photocopy it and send. Or you just send it through email. Somebody will even forward his CV. I saw a lot of people forward their CV. You are applying for a job and you are forwarding. Maybe you apply for this. You apply for this. So you are just, there is a new vacancy. You just forward it and put your email. You will see that it's a forward email. And he's applying for the job. Please, you need to be very serious. You need to edit your CV. Every time, make sure you edit it. I told you that way, the reason why you must edit your CV when applying for a job, normally you must edit it. Because it can be maybe last year, this year you have done something, you achieved a lot of things. You need to update the CV. Or maybe the jobs are not even relevant, they are not related. So the content in this CV is not related with the content with the other CV. Yeah, of course, you need to edit it. So please don't keep applying for the job with one single CV every time. Please avoid that. If you are doing that, avoid it. So you need to have a lot of CVs. A lot of CVs. You need to always, you need to edit CV every time. Whenever there is a job, you need to edit your CV. Again, another best practice is always read the job description and make sure you include what is relevant to it. Read the JD. The JD is very important whenever you see a vacancy for the job. Read the job description. What did they want for this position? Somebody who is this, you will do this, you will do that, you have experience in this, you do this, you do that. Some people, you see a job, you see a vacancy, vigorously they said the experience, they need somebody who is a medical doctor with the experience of 5 years. You that go and read Hausa, or you read what any course, someone will just go and read engineering. They said medical doctor with 5 years working experience in a hospital. You just go ahead and apply for the job. Immediately they look at your CV, they so BSc English language. My brother, please, how are they going to call you for the interview? Please read it. Make sure you put what is relevant. If you don't have the qualification, if you don't have the experience, please and please avoid applying for the job, no matter how desperate you are. Read the job description, read the requirements. If you don't have the requirement, you don't have the job description, you don't understand, you don't have what it takes, please don't apply. Have a peace of mind. Don't apply. That's all. That's all. Don't apply. That's why I advise a lot of people, focus on building yourself first, not looking for a job. There are a lot of people that are looking for jobs. Even if you get the job, the salary will not satiate you, will not be okay for you. Why? Because you don't have what it takes to get the big salary. You are eager, you are in hurry, you are in rush, you don't want what it takes. You will end up working as a clerk or as an assistant if it is a salary job. That's why when I say you volunteer, when you volunteer, you just keep growing. When you volunteer, when you have enough experience, target the higher position and you will get it because you have the experience. You have the working experience, they will give you the job. So please and please understand this. If you don't have what it takes to apply for the job, just swallow your eagerness, swallow whatever you are thinking of, allow it to slide. Focus on building your. I told people, go and look, okay, what career do you want to achieve? Have the career. Go and look at the job description of such career. Start building your career on such descriptions. The requirement, you don't have the requirement, work on the requirement, because some of them will say the requirement, you need to be proficient in so software, you don't know the software, go and learn the software. Focus on the software. They say somebody with years experience. Have patience. Get the working experience. Wait until you get the years of the experience. That's why I say you need to start building your career since in secondary school or in university. So that when you are applying for the job as a fresh graduate, if you started from secondary school, maybe JS3 or JS2, count it. You will have about 7 years working experience. That's what a lot of people didn't understand. But now you are done, you are just a fresh graduate. They said they need somebody with 10 years working experience. You will start working, thinking, now I'm 21. When I can apply for this job is when I'm 31. When will I get 10 years working experience? When? So this is what a lot of majority of our people didn't know. And yeah, we need to at least enlighten people, sensitize people, and tell people what to do in order for them to learn how to get such working experience to put in their CV. So the last thing in the best practice is make sure you are qualified. You are qualified to apply before applying. Please take note on this. Make sure you are qualified to apply for any job before you apply for that job. So look at the requirement. If there's somebody, some will say somebody with BSc, somebody with a lawyer, they need a lawyer. You go and you studied, you studied biochemistry and you still apply. My brother, you see, it's only when they said any other relevant profession or degree or qualification, then you can apply. Some of them will say this. So you need to understand what they said and what they meant. So, but if they say strictly there is somebody with this qualification, my brother, you don't have it. Just let it slide. Don't waste your time so that you'll not come online and start posting. I applied for 1,000 jobs. I didn't get any job. It's because you didn't follow the right procedure. You didn't follow it. And believe me, keep counting. From that 1,000, you reach 1 million. You will not get the job. Nobody will call you for interview. Because why? Because you fail to follow what they need and you fail to have what it takes in your CV. That's the only reason. But if you have what it takes in your CV, my brother, believe me, getting a job, especially nowadays, getting a job is not that very difficult, because I knew a lot of people. If you can patiently apply for a job and you have all what it takes, you patiently apply for a job, you will not spend 1 year without getting a job. You will not spend 1 year without getting a job. If you have all what it takes, you will not spend more than 10, 12 months without landing a very good job nowadays. That's how it takes, especially if you have, I told you, you have all it takes, you have good CV and you follow the right procedure. Not every job you apply for, not every job, not every job. Okay, so now this is it. So the next thing is for us to go and start reviewing the CVs on, let's just, since we already know what it takes, we see a lot of things that we have. So let's just go and start looking up some of the CVs. You look up them. Some we can correct them, some we cannot correct them. Some they are good, some they are this, some they need to get more experience, some they need to work on this. We are just going to look at that. And before that, I'm just going to show you some the template I'm sharing with you. You're going to see the template, how it's just structured. And I told you this template that I'm sharing with you are tested. And I know a lot of people that got interview with the template, they got jobs with the templates. So that's why I'm sharing the template with you, so that I believe some of you, if you have all it takes, if you have the experience, believe me, you can secure interview. And I'm not saying you are going to get the job, because I told you that where I stopped, because this webinar is that where it stopped. So it's just to secure the interview for you and to structure your CV. So from there, you take it from there, you do everything. And last thing before let me just stop my sharing my screen. I will just open the CV that I'm reviewing for you. Please, what I want to say is, take note, don't ever, no matter how eager you want to get a job, don't ever lie in your CV. Don't ever lie in your CV. Don't lie. Don't tell lies. CV. If you don't know how to work with a software, don't say you know how to work with it. Don't lie. If you don't know how to speak Yoruba, don't say you know how to speak Yoruba. You will end up being interviewed by a Yoruba native speaker. Don't lie in your CV. That will automatically disqualify you, even if you secured the interview. Okay, so this is the CV. I told you start with your full name, full address, state, LGA, and country. Please, this is all what you need under personal information. I already told nationality and just sex, gender, whatever. You can put gender, you can put sex, whatever you want to put. But I think gender, let me just save it with gender. So maybe gender is okay, so that the template, I'm sharing this template with you, don't worry. So this is the objective. Please make sure you write this objective. Please write yours. You can just, it's just a sample. Everything you see here is just a sample. Please don't lie. So your institution start with the highest. You put the name of the school. I put it in bold. Then you put this LLM, maybe the name of the qualification. Then you put the year. So what you need to do is copy this. If you are done with this one, copy it. Just copy it. You can just put and paste. So when you paste it here, you continue from here. So let me just remove this, so that I'll just, make it more this for you. Or maybe it's just okay. I just don't want this. Yeah, so it's supposed to be like this. So maybe you can copy it again if you want. Just copy it and you put it like this. So you edit the year, maybe you put 2018, maybe you put the qualification, maybe it's BSc, then you put BSc. You see, maybe you remove this. So you just keep editing whatever you want to do. Just go ahead and just put whatever you want to put. So this is it, and this is how you need to edit that. So you put the qualifications and you finish that. So for the career experience, I told you this is it. So make sure you put everything that has to do with your career. So data analyst, you put the organization. Team lead, you put the organization. Senior software development, this, you just put that. So even this one, I'll put it for you. Just go ahead and put whatever you put. Then now the working experience. So you put the name of the position you held, name of the organization, and the date. All this you need to put name of, let me just put name of the position. I just put, let me say name of the position held. So let me just put it like this, so that you see this name of the position held. So after this, you need to put all the things you have done on that particular position. Participate in program design, collection data, develop this, develop that. All this I told you, I would share it with you. You will see it, and it will help people to understand what you have done. So now here, name of the position again. Now you put all what you have done. Here also, name of the position again, name of the position, and the date. So now you put all what you have done under that position. So you put everything you have done. Sorry, it's wrong. Okay, I want it to be like this. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so this is the name of the position. Then you interact with this. You put all the what you have done so far. Then skills. I told you this has to do with the soft skills. So you put your soft skills here: innovative, team player, ability to work under pressure, well organized, excellent. All this you put your strength here. Please put that. Then computer proficiency. So here it is. Just go ahead and put your computer proficiency. Don't put any software that you don't know how to use. Please. You put Photoshop. they ask you for Photoshop during the interview. Don't know what Photoshop is all about. Please put what you know here. Put everything here. Write everything you know about computer here. Please write it here and they will see it. They will understand who you are. And that's how it is. Please put this. So for the professional certificate, just go ahead and put all your certificate here. NYSC, Google Data Analytics, all the certificate you have done under maybe Coursera, Udemy, NIDA, Microsoft, everything. Please put all the professional certificates here. Go ahead and put your certificate. Languages, put it here. Make sure you stated that you are a native speaker of a particular language. So, and put fluent in other languages that you know, maybe fluent and literate in English and Arabic, or maybe you can say novice or beginner or just, you know, basics in Yoruba or something like that. And that. So your hobbies should be like this, and your reference, I told you, you put name, position, organization, and phone number of your line manager, of your manager, somebody you work under that particular person. Please, that's what you need to put. So for the other resume, this is it. I'm just sharing all this also for you. This is for the resume. Look at it. You put your name, your qualification. It's just how it is. If you like, just bring this here and just that I'll put it. Put your email. Put everything here. Your qualification. These are your core strength. Put your strength. Put your proficiency here. Put your professional certificate, and here you put your career profiles and everything. So here you need to mention whatever you have done. Go ahead and put in. Your reference can be just 3. It's okay. 2, 3 is okay. Please don't put 10 reference, please. So that's it. So this is the resume I'm sharing also for you. This is there is many people are using this one. Also, I can see it, and I saw a lot of review. People are saying it has a lot of review under ATS and whatever. So I don't know, but this one is the template that I cannot give a review on it. I can tell you that somebody that I knew, or I gave it to somebody and he secured interview, or he got a job with this or something like that. Seriously, I can't say. I don't know, but these two, this one and this one, all of this one, I knew a lot of people that secured interview with them. So, but this one, I don't know, but it's a very good. I saw a lot of people recommending it. That's why I'm recommending it to you, and I'm sharing all these 3 templates with you. So now, sorry, let's just go ahead and talk about this. These are the CVs that we have. I told you a lot of people uploaded their CV, and of course, I told them to remove some sensitive information, but some people didn't. I don't know, maybe they are just okay. But it's about 40 something CVs here that we have. It's about 40 something. So let's just start reviewing them and see if we are going to, you know, just see some things in it. So let me just start opening them one after the other so that we can just preview them and see. So let's start with this one. I don't know the name. Okay, the name is even there, Usman Nasir. So the person is also here. Please, let me advise you. There are some CVs that you are seeing on that these developed countries are using. You are seeing them on LinkedIn and whatever. Please, some CVs, if you use them in Nigeria, believe me, these people will not call you for interview. Seriously. And this type of CV is one of them. Seriously, I'm sorry to say this. This type of CV is one of them. But I don't know, but I'm just telling you by experience. This type of CV is one of them. So let's not even talk about the content, but I'll show you the format of this CV, because a lot of them will say they don't need your peers. That's what some of them will say. But you put everything, this I'm dedicated is something very good. And for the experience, content developer, freelance, of course, this is okay. Data analyst, MI8, utilize all this one is okay. Also, like this, utilize SQL and Excel and all this is okay. Yes, MSc computer and whatever, but believe me, this CV, because when they saw this, I know what I'm saying, please. So don't don't worry. If I say your CV is something, I'm just telling my review on it and my experience about how they did. But this template, the content are okay, are very okay. The content are okay, but the template, please, you need to use better one. Not necessarily you must use mine, But I'm just advising, please, you can, I don't use this template also. Yeah. So this template also is okay. But one thing about this template, the content are not well, structured. Because by me looking at this, the content are not justified. But I don't know, or should I open it? Let me download it, because it can be, maybe it's just from the preview. I'm not seeing it well. Maybe it's from the preview. So let me just open it from my Microsoft so that I'm sorry, so that we'll just see how it looks. Because my man looking at it is not justified. Of course, okay, it's the same thing I can see. It's just justified. The characters used in it are different characters. This one are not centralized. Please don't tell me to edit it for you. It's just the way you arrange it. You use different font style. You use different font size. It's not well aligned. It's not well aligned. So you see, your career objective is very okay. All these now date of birth, marital status, this please, they don't need it. Institution attended qualification. There is no difference between this institution attended qualification. Please stop doing it. This is archaic way of writing a CV, of course. Then working experience. You see, yeah, of course, if this working experience that you put, school basic monitoring committee, where? You need to put where you did it, date, MS, Minitab, and Excel. This one is not working teaching. You see, this is what I'm saying. Teaching is part of working experience. Teaching where? Teaching of what? You need to, even if it has to do with teaching, you need to put the relevant course that you teach and the school. So he just put MS Word. MS Word is just, is MS Word a working experience? You see, all these are things you need to understand, please. Please, nobody should take this personal when I'm just saying all that. I'm not criticizing anybody. It's just, I'm like I told you, I'm just reviewing. So I'm so sorry if the owner of this CV is here or something like that. Please, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to, to give a review. That's why I said you should just remove the name. You just remove. I said that in the form. So please, nobody should take this personal. So that after this class, someone will send me an email. I just did this to him, this and that. Please, I'm sorry. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying maybe your CV will not this. We're just trying to just, correct people and whatever. Don't take it personal. So other skills, computer literate, and you see, where do you have skills and where do you have other skills? So it's just like there is something missing. You see, this one, we don't need it. We don't need this one. Yeah, in CV, you need referees. In CVs, you need referees. And you came later while you are asking how to put referees. Don't worry, you rewatch the video. I'm recording it. When we are done, you can watch the video and you can learn how to put the referees. I talk about that. So other skills, please, hobbies, referees. You see, this is what I'm saying. Secretary Gusau Emirate. You see, this is what I'm saying. This one is putting his relatives as, his referees. So please, we already talk about that. I'm not going to say much about that. So it's okay. But please, I believe you are all taking the correction. Please say yes to me if you are with me. If you are all with me, please say yes. Let me see if you are with me so that we'll understand much more of what we are doing. Please tell me if you are with me and you are understanding what we are doing. We are not criticizing anybody. We are just trying to, correct the mistakes that some people are making. So this one has its own template. And here the template is how the template is. Abdullah Muhammad ESQ, of course. So the personal, of course, this one is okay, personal statement, and this one also is okay. I don't have, I can't say this one is just something like this. It's very okay. Skills, legal advocacy, this one is very okay. Career experience. Please, all this, what did they call it? Indentation on this in place. You can just avoid it. Just make it on one row like this. That's what I can say. And please stop utilizing your your things in the CV. Stop utilizing it. Just stop utilizing it. Just make something bold and make something to be light. That's what you should do. Don't stop utilizing. So skills is okay, of course. Certification also, career experience. This one is also, field research is also okay. It's just this bulletin that you put and whatever. Please avoid that and try to align it. Court attendance, legal research, drafting, and all the other. So sometimes for lawyers, let me say this, for lawyers, you need to put some, you see all this attending course session and this and that is just, yeah, they knew that. But sometimes if you have a landmark case that you have done, or a landmark case you participated in, especially things that have to do with election matters, maybe you participated in, let's say, a very landmark cases of maybe you collected a seat of a particular governor or something like that. It's good for you to put that. It's good for you to mention that case you participated in that case, because it will boost your CV and it will make it looks great and the rest. So it's very okay for you to put that. Very okay for you to put that. Yeah. So, like I said, if this anything that you are applying, if it is relevant to law, you go for this. But if it is not relevant to law and you have other things, for example, from this experience, I can see you have experience in social media influencer or maybe something like that. If you have any experience, not only law, so if it has to do with that, then you need not to mention your low experience there. Like I told you, your CV should be different CV. You need to have different CV. And of course, your referees, of course, this is your principal partner, managing partner, finance officer. So you work in Dala. So if you have that Dala, but I can't see anything related to that Dala here. You see, this is what they will look at. So you put reference of this particular person that works Dala, finance officer at Dala. So of course, you see, you didn't work under that particular person, unless maybe you work at that Dala, or maybe you did internship there or something there. So you need to put that also at Dala. Then people will understand it. But it's very okay like this. Just arrange the this thing and that's it. So you see, there are some TVs like I told you that are very okay. It's just maybe the relevancy of the job someone is applying, or maybe he doesn't have the qualified skill. Because you see this CV by mere looking, you see it's just for somebody looking for a lawyering work. Even if it is a secretarial work that has to do with, of course, a lawyer or accountant, nobody will give you a secretarial job with this CV. Of course, you need to understand that, because it shows nothing related to secretarial job, nothing related to that. It all has to do with going to court. It has to do with litigation and the rest. So this is how it how it works. And for these certifications, you see, you need to differentiate this certification. Of course, some of them need to understand these certifications. You see, bachelor's degree, this and that. I didn't see BL, because they will ask, have you attended law school? But of course, Bachelor of Law, okay, that's the BL. Sorry, I saw that. So social media of this, of this, of that. So of course, some of these are professional certificate I can see, especially this one of Smedan, this one of this. So they need for the education should be separate. This is for the education should be separate. That is the BL, the LLB, the secondary school, maybe if you like, you put it, then followed by your certifications and whatever. So, but it's all okay if they don't, but this will be confusing seriously for other people that are not into law and whatever. Please, believe me, this will be confusion. This will be very confusing. But if you can, edit that, it will be better. But it's okay. The CV is okay. It's just the minor corrections and the rest. Okay, this is another one. Is very okay. I can see. So you see this. I told you this issue. Okay, so the dedication here is okay. Profile is okay. So education, of course, higher diploma, national diploma, of course. Like I told you, you don't need primary certificate and whatever. This one is okay. Then work experience is supposed to be work experience, working experience. I don't know which one is the best. We are not talking about in English class here, but in my template, I think is working experience, I believe. So yeah. So data entry, clerk management, of course, this is very good. This is very good. It's just, yeah, this is very good. This is very good. And it's a very wonderful CV. Of course, it's good. Seriously is good, because the working experience is very great for someone looking for a job that has to do with this with from what I saw, it has to do with data, data entry, data clerk, anything that has to do with data collection. Of course, you've been an enumerator, recorder, you did DQE with National Population Commission and whatever. This is a great experience. Leadership experience. Of course, this is good. especially if it has to do with the leadership. And of course, this leadership experience is okay. You can put it, organize tutorials for all NDI and please, this is not relevant to a lot of, to some of jobs and the rest. Please, it's not relevant at all. Yeah, but if it is had to do with maybe something that has to do with leadership, something that has to do with maybe you'll be a team lead of something, you can go ahead and put this. You can go ahead, but put something that is even relevant. But organizing tutorials, I don't think is something else. Maybe it has to do with when they're talking about education and whatever. Community involvement, of course, yeah. Referees available or request. Please stop putting all this. Stop putting this. Because if it is a CB, put referees. If it is this thing, you put them. All this that you have mentioned, you work with people, put those that are your line managers, those that are your managers on this, put some of them under this reference, please. Don't put available or request. Yeah, sometimes it's after you got the job, they will ask for the referees also. Some did that, but some did not do that. It's just they interview you. Out of that referees, they'll just send them this thing for it. So don't say or request or something like that. But it's okay. But please don't put it. I didn't recommend that. Skills, you just put this. You don't have technological skills at all based on this. Some of them will look at the softwares you learn, softwares you are good at. So from all this, I didn't see any. Believe me, by just this scheming that I just did, I didn't see any. You just see Microsoft Office proficiency. In Microsoft Office, there are 11 tools in it. So which one are you proficient in? Do you know them all? There are many of them. So please take note and put the ones you know. Don't put only Microsoft Office because there are Microsoft in it. There is Word, Access, Excel, Group, Outlook, Publisher. Why do you know them all? So you need to specify. You need to specify the softwares you are good at. You need to specify what you need. You did data collection. Do you use ODK, Kobo Tool, Comcare? What do you use? What software have you used? What software are you good at? Which template have you used and whatever. If you know this, just put it here. But this working experience is what will is very good, very, very good. But they need to know the software you are good at. So this is good, seriously. It's good. So please let's just review number 5 and just okay. So this one is like the one I talked about before. The arrangement is not okay. You see, it used different font style, it's not well aligned, different size. You see, I never see this personal attribute, never in my life, but it's okay. Maybe it's the objective that he put here, reliable, focused, resourceful, and whatever. Please make this in a narrative way. Please just avoid this. Institution attendant with this. Yeah, this, you don't need all this. I told you this space, just remove all this. Just start with the ones that are good for you. That's it from this psychology or maybe from this federal and just put them. And yeah, it's okay. And if the qualification is not even relevant to the job you are applying, just remove it. You don't need it. Work experience, of course, clerical assistant, PICA, local government. So what have you done? You need to put what the clerical works you have done in there. 6 years teaching experience on what course and whatever. If the job you are applying has to do with teaching, presiding officer, if the job has to do with presiding officer or anything that has to do with INEC, put that. If it is not, it doesn't consider presiding officer because it's only this clerical assistant that you have. So by mere looking at this, seriously, you don't have career experience. Seriously, of course, what you have is this that has to do with teaching. Maybe you are applying for a job that has to do with teaching or lecturing. So this will help you, of course, in applying such job, of course. But here, this clerical assistants, you need to specify what you have done. Presiding officer, everybody knows that, but you need to put more about that. NDLE, treasurer, NYSC. This one is so for the job. I don't know if the job has to do with, like I told you, it's all has to do with the relevancy of the job. So you can't put everything. Maybe you put maybe all everything, so that the hiring team will go ahead and take what they want and believe me, if they saw a lot of things that are irrelevant, they'll not even call you. They'll ignore it. So this CV is not that much. Please believe me. Senior lecturer at FCT. Do you work at FCT? You never work at FCT, but you put this as senior lecturer. So it's error. Please correct that. Your reference should be people you work with. So this clerical assistant that you, where is your director or maybe your whatever that you work under, you put the name of the person. 6 years teaching experience, put the name of the HOD or the name of the principal. So for this presiding officer, whose are you going to put? Is it the name of your returning officer or what? I don't. So it's just for you to put the names of people you work under them. And now there is this working experience is vague. It's not that much. So you work on that. So there are many. I don't think we are going to take all seriously, but there are many. So let's just open this one. There are many, and I believe you can just learn from the corrections we have just made. So you see this template also. So Chief Officer Sokoto Energy. Have you worked under Sokoto Energy Research? So it's just what we will look at. You never work there. So there is no any working experience in this CV. You see, there is no any this working experience. You see, NYC programmed. What program? Teaching, Morality Academy. Teaching for how many years? What course and whatever you need to specify that. Understanding micro insurance. Is this working experience? Understanding micro experience. It's not working experience. Fundamental of digital marketing. Is it working experience? Teaching practice, of course, is working experience. You need to specify that and the rest. So you need to work on your working experience. If you don't have much, you need to look for much. You need to work on them. So this is it. That you need to work on that. So that's it. There are lots of it's HI Balarabi. So let's just open this and just have some few things here. Okay, yeah. So this is it. It's good. So is it all this? Some of this is just you see, education of course is okay. Working experience, internship student, Center for Information Technology. This one is okay. Design comprehensive graphic design works, including logo. This one is okay. Internship student, empower, build, pretty, of course, volunteer, of course, this. So all this. So professional career certificate, this is it. Ability, skills, this is it. All this. Graphic design, digital experience. So this one, let's just Chief Technical Officer, Center for Information Technology, CTAD. You work at CTAD. Let's just check this, of course, here. But this is how it's supposed to be. So if the work you are looking for has to do with graphics design, can get that. That's number one thing, because let me tell you, your experience is on graphic design. That's number one thing. Acquire proficiency in aspect of hair relaxer. You see, this one is when you are applying for relaxer and whatever, but of course there is a graphic design also again here. So that's one is okay. So if you are applying, if you need a job related to graphic design, you can go there. But I can see how you have industrial chemistry, but most of your experience is on graphic design on the CV. So nobody will call you for things related to that industrial chemistry. So it's more of graphic design. You see volunteer tutor for graphic design again. So looking at your CV is more of, you see here, volunteer graphic design pliers at ABUK, of course. So anything related to graphic design, you will be called, definitely. So in your tools, of course, they are supposed to see the tools you know in graphic design. Please, you need to mention the tools also in your graphic design. So this person is just joining us and we're talking about her, we're talking on her CV and she's just joining us. I just accepted her. So I don't know, maybe she will join later. So it's just this, you need to work on this. Yeah, Hasana, you just joined us and we are discussing about your CV. So you are here, even though we are recording it, maybe you can watch the recording. So we are on your CV. We just randomly selected your CV and you are just joining us. So this is it. The CV is more of graphic design. That's what I'm seeing. It's more of graphic design. So you need to mention the softwares you learned, you know, in graphic design. Please, you need to mention the software because I cannot see any software here because you need to mention a software. You studied industrial chemistry and everything you did is more of graphic designing. Flyers, logos, stickers, event agendas, and whatever. So this is just something great, but it's more of that. So put the softwares. What softwares have you know? Photoshop, CorelDRAW, you know, AI, Adobe Illustrator. What are the softwares you are using? Just write them. Canva. Are you using Canva? Are you using Pixel Lab? Are you using all these softwares of graphic design? Please learn to put that. And of course, it will work on at that. Sometimes I have CB on graphic design also, because there is once I was a graphic designer, I work as a graphic designer. I have a lot of resume in graphic design, but I never, it's just something. But this is a great this thing on graphic design, and this CB is good for that. And when there is need for maybe tutors, they want to maybe is looking for tutors in graphic designing, facilitators in graphic designing, you will be hired. You will be hired. But when it comes to this industrial chemistry, you don't have a career there based on the CV. Seriously, you don't have any career. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this CV is just for graphic design. So you need to have a CV on your industrial chemistry. You need to start developing a CV on that, because this one is more of graphic designing. Seriously. Okay, let's just pick another CV. Okay, let's see this one. Please, this is the last CV that I will review. I think I told you there are many, so we can't review all of them. We can't. You see, this CV, I can just tell you there are a lot of things in it. This CV, you see, is kind of the font is not the right font to use. It's not justified. You see, it's not that. So it's not well arranged. All this. I don't know why you are using colored. You don't need to use this blue, red, blue, this and that. So, but it's okay. But please don't use that. I don't think it's only email that's supposed to be green, blue. It's only email that's supposed to be blue. It's only email that's supposed to be blue. So of course, yeah, as I was wrong, you just send confused. It's just a worried emoji. What's wrong? Maybe we didn't review your CV. If you have your CV, please just let me know so that I will just check on it. We talk about it. But please, all this is not well, well designed. But since we are giving so professional experience, outreach facilitator, of course, this is good. Kobo collect, this is all good. This is all good. This is all good. It's just a good. So it's just for you technical skill data collection application. This is good. This is good. The CBA has a very good content, but it's not well arranged. Please, nobody. And this HOD, Bauchi State University, I don't know if you ever work in State University, because this work has to do with this, yeah, Niger intervention and whatever. So you need to put things related to that, but you put some reference has to do with that. Please correct that. Correct that and make sure your CB aligned with what you have. So I gave this thing. What did I say? I will give the template, please. You can transfer your template, Khadija Ibrahim Ahmad. You can transfer your template in that and we work on it. So yeah, your CB is carrying your name. Asia, please let me know. If your CB is carrying your name, let me just go through your CB and search for it. Let me know. Okay, here it is. But okay, here it is. Asia Aliyu. Is this the CB? Let me know if it is the CB. Let's just review it. Okay, so let's just look at it and just see. Okay, you see your CB is not well arranged. Number one, the arrangement is not the way it's supposed to be. You put it at the left-hand side. That's wrong. This one's supposed to be centralized. And I don't need why you put this A, B, and whatever. You don't need that. You don't need that. All these spaces are much. You don't need that in your CV. Seriously, you don't. You don't need to tell them you are single. You don't need this 1999. You don't need that. Please just this. You don't need all this. Of course, I gave the CV. Don't worry, you will just work on that. So experience, teaching practice. November, this and that. You see, you people that have this training, okay, training experience. Training experience on what? 2020 National Service as Sokoto under. So you see, industrial leadership. What is it? Okay, this is it's all about national youth services and whatever. Skill and step proficient in Microsoft application package. You need to mention which one are you good at as yeah. Is it all the packages? I told you have 11 of them. Is it all of them? And these are soft skills. I told you skills are supposed to be soft skills, not technical skills. So there is no any, okay, intermediate knowledge in data analytics and visualization. Okay, good. So you have this intermediate. So this is supposed to be under your computer proficiency. So you need to put that under your, okay, you need to work that. So if you have these skills, where did you work? Didn't you ever work somewhere? Didn't you ever, work anywhere that has to do with that? Because when we are looking at this, let me look at your CV. You did Bachelor's of Science. Okay, which course? Seriously, there is no course. Nobody knows the course you studied. You just have degree and bachelor's of science. So there has to be which bachelor's of science, because the BSc is bachelor's of science. So there is no name of the degree that you did as you need to specify that. And you need to ask yourself, what career are you pursuing? Is it that data analytics career that you are pursuing? If it is yes, you are pursuing a data analytics career, then believe me, all this working experience, teaching practice, and whatever, you don't need it in your CV. You have to delete it. So by mere looking at this, you have zero experience. So that's what it's saying. By mere looking at this, you have zero experience. So any job you are applying, it has to be related to data analytics. It has to be, so then you will start looking for a job that has to be mail officer, data collector, data facilitator, data analyst, data enumerator, and whatever you need to start working, looking at that. But when we're looking at this teaching experience that you have, there's more of you looking for teaching work. So you need to go there in secondary schools and start looking for a job, or maybe you have master's degree, you need to start looking for lecturing and whatever. So you need to ask yourself, what career are you pursuing, so that your CV will translate towards the career. You need to start volunteering. If it is data analytics, because this is what I saw, this data analytics is very okay. That what the career I saw there that maybe one can pursue. So you have ability to supervise. All this is just a soft skills, is normal. So, but that data analytics skills that you have, you don't have any working experience that translates to that. Please, you need to work on that, and you need to review that and see you can develop. Because by this CV, this is a generic CV. I don't know what I can't. If you ask me what type of job are you you should apply for, I will say teaching. That's the only job you should be applying for, teaching. So if it is teaching, or maybe other jobs that has to do with, maybe they are looking for just a clerical people that will just need maybe enumerators, maybe people that will just teach you for a volunteer work, maybe 2 weeks job or enumerator or something like that. You just hire you and do the work and you go. Maybe that's the only thing that I can say. But if you ask me what is the professional job to apply, I can't tell you which one, please. So please work on that, Asia. That's great. So that's it. Uh and everything, you have a lot, you have a good CV and that all. So you are like we talk about your reference or referees should be people you work under. So Muazu is just sending me MHMC CV. So Muazu, let me check your CV. Let me because I already talked about the CV, please. So even if I didn't review your CV, you know what to correct. And I'm sharing the templates. You know how to put your templates in there. So I think no need for us to even keep going and keep talking about this. But let me review yours for the last time, so that if you have a question, please you drop your questions. I'll respond to questions. If you don't have any question, then I think we can just call it a day and we call it a night. It's almost 11. Background style. Please, background style. What is background style? Is it to put a watermark on the template? Is that what you mean by background? Please don't put that, please. Don't do any color on your CV, any decoration. Don't do that. That's why I say don't put that color that I said don't do that. Please don't do that. Please, please don't do that. Okay, yeah. This one has a CB similar to the one I'm sharing, the one I'm working. Where do you get this CB? I think I shared the CB with you, maybe, Ko? Because there is one time that I know I shared CV with people. I think you are part of them, because this CV, I definitely knew I'm the one that developed this CV. So whenever I saw this style, I know I'm the one. I know that it's from me. Okay, yeah, Mazu, it's from me, right? Okay, so yeah, it's good. So professional certificate, root cause analysis. Okay, professional experience by Geneva Learning Foundation. So you need to mention what you have done under this root cause analysis. What have you analyzed? What data have you collected? So you need to explain a lot of things that you have done: data collection, data entry, interviewing of beneficiaries, and whatever you have done, mention it. Enumeration, put what you have done under this. Just mention it the way I put it in that template that I'm sharing with you. Please make sure you talk about that. Bayero University professional side, you just go and tamper with my template. That's not how my template is, Mahazu. Don't go and spoil my template. Who asked you to put this height and weight and whatever? I never see. You see, wonder. You see, please, for Almighty God's sake, please and please, Mahazu, immediately after this webinar, delete this. What will you put your weight and height? Who want to know? Seriously, you are 60 kg. What do you want them to? Okay, so it's okay. It's okay. Please and please remove this. Remove this. So that so one day when I'm maybe so another time when I'm delivering similar lecture, I will cite you as an example. I will say somebody put height and weight. So I don't even know the relevancy of height and weight in your CV. Is it maybe it has to do with if they are looking for people that are big, people that are maybe maybe people that are they want to use I don't know what will I say. Suna son kata mutane. Maybe that one is it bodybuilding job that you are applying for? I can't even comprehend why Maazu Aliru, please and please for Almighty God. Ilele, you want to go to army? Yeah, definitely. Hi. You see? What? And you are 60 kg. 60 kg is not a small kg. You are 60 kg. Okay. Uh, yeah, someone is talking about. Okay, let me talk. Let me complete this. Mazu, go and correct this CV. Stop spoiling my CV. Stop spoiling. Spoil. Look at where you put hobbies, Mazu. Look at it. Look at where your hobbies is. I don't even know hobbies. Why will not hobbies start a new line in on its own? Look at where you put hobbies. You see? Hmm. This was so you put Professor Bukar A. Abdul. You want this professor, so you want to get you did this root cause. You put your supervisors under this. This was Mazu, Mazu. Go and correct your CV. Don't Allah. Tam. Because you just go and spell my CV. So yeah, let's just stop reviewing this CV because my house will spoil everything. So I think let's just draw the curtain here on reviewing the CV. We just review as much as we can. So the rest that we didn't review, please, if you watch this webinar from the beginning, I believe you will learn how to edit it, how to correct some things, make sure the font style are okay, the alignment are okay, the arrangements are okay, and you didn't do any customization. Please don't do any customer to make it look fancy. Some people will go and put flowers, will go and put borders, will go and put a lot of. Please don't do that. You don't need that. You are looking for a job. Nobody is trying to see anything there. And that's why I talk about that even picture. Some people are just they don't even want to see your picture because picture is something that if you allow people to keep putting their pictures, some women will put their fancy pictures. When you look at it and you know all this, some people are womanizers. When they see a very fine girl, I will give her the job because she's fine. So it's just, there are things that are not ethically okay to do. So don't even put your picture. Someone will not look at you, you look ugly, and you say will not give you the job. By just because you look ugly, just because he hates you, just because you look ugly, and he saw a girl or he saw someone that look very nice than you, and you will give. That's not how it works now. So that's why a lot of them are, not okay with putting the picture and the rest. So that's it. Sanusi Abdul Manab is talking about the volunteering of the Data Analytics Watch, and he said I should recommend organizations. Seriously, I told you, Sanusi, that when you need to go for a volunteer, you look for local organizations. That's what I told you. Please, please. I don't know which local organ. I'm trying my best to see that what did I say? I kind of partner with local organizations. I don't know if they have their own association. I'm looking for it. If they have Nigerian association, if they have this, I'm looking for it to, kind of have partnership with them, so that I will be giving them data analyst people to work with them, people that I have trained, people that I mentored, so that they will just go there and train them. So I'm just looking on that. I'm trying my best to see that I have partnership with that, so that I will be sending you to all these organizations and you will be learning a lot of works there and you'll develop your career on that. So for the meantime, before that, I'm working from my end. You too, you work from your end, work hard. You have local organization in any state you are. And such local organization doesn't have qualified staff because they cannot afford qualified staff. They cannot pay them. Even if they have qualified staff, once they saw lucrative job, they left them and they go somewhere. So that's where you comes in. You go there, you talk to them. Okay, look, I'm this, I have this, I show you my CV. So go look, I want to work with you. So if you work with them, they will give you. They will just hire you. You are not looking for, um, you're not looking for salary. You don't want them to pay you. You didn't ask for salary because now you are developing your career. And when they saw your potentials, even them, they will start paying you salary when they saw your potential. They will start paying you salary. No, believe me, when they saw your potential, they will start paying you salary. So please work from your end. It is difficult for you to sell yourself, but the way you are doing it, of course, I can see your profile. Please, Sanusi, keep it up. Keep posting what you are doing. You are 30 days Excel that you are working on. Keep doing that. After that, go with SQL, go with Power BI. You all have experience in there. Keep doing that and keep calling for the volunteer organization. Keep reaching them out. They have social media handles. They have email address. Now in your set, if you write on Google local NGOs in Jigawa State, you will see the list of them, a lot of their emails. Copy their emails, send them mail. Their emails are working. Send them emails. Attach your resume. Let them call you for interview. Talk to them. You are volunteering. You want to help them with data collection, data analysis, data this, data that. You develop your things. Please go ahead and do that. In some job description, they say person with 5-year working. Of course, they will say 5 years working experience. You don't have 5 years working experience. How are you going to do it? You need to get 5 years working experience. That's what I told you. You need to get 5 years working experience. When I graduated, I told you, I used to tell you this. When I graduated in university, I have about 10 years working experience after my graduation. So any job I apply that is related to what I want, I have the experience. I have 10 years working experience in that. So it's because I started developing the career since. And believe me, it's not like I want to get the job or something like that. It's just something that came to me. Since then, it occurred to me I need to start doing that on my own. I just go ahead and start working. I just go ahead and start going a lot of places. I go to business centers, I go to cafes, I go to ministries, I go to this, I work under this person, I work under this one. I told you, some people you work with them, ba za su biya ka ba, wani ya cuce ka, wani ya ci amana ka, wani kamar Allah ya isa, wani kamar ka, and all that counts. So you just keep learning, you just keep getting the experience, you just getting the work, you're just doing this. That's how you work. That's how it works. So after your graduation, you don't need to spend time. You will just get a job if you need a job because you have the working. Now you are looking for 5 years working experience and you are a graduate. You graduated since 2018 or 2019. Now you have 5 years after graduation and you don't have 2 years working experience. So what are you going to do? You need another 5 years ahead of. So by that time, another 5 years ahead of you, you are almost how many years? So you see, and sometimes they will say we don't want someone that is above 30 years. So by then you are 32, 33, 34, 35. So this is how they are killing our people in Nigeria. This is what we don't want. So we need to, inshallah, I will keep I will keep enlightening people. I will keep telling people what to do for them to get the job because this is detriment to our people. It's very detriment. 5 years working experience. Now, suddenly you have the experience. You don't have working experience whatsoever. You never worked in any organization. You never worked in any place that has to do with work with data analysis. If you want a job, they will ask you, where did you work? Where have you worked before? That's the question they will ask you. What are you going to say? You'll just start blabbering and whatever. But don't worry, you get that organization, you will develop such career. And believe me, you can start. Like I said, you can start with small position. From there, you can just keep going up. When you get the working experience you want, you just go. You start aiming for the higher position. That's how it works. So sometimes when you are in smaller positions, don't worry. You don't have the experience for the bigger positions. Just keep just laughing at the ones there. Just don't worry. Time will come when you get the bigger position, when you applied. My brother, you will get the job. Nobody will deny you. Wallahi, when you have the experience, by mere looking at your CV, people will call you, they will give you the job. They will not even interview you. They will give you the job because your CV is vibrant. They must hire you. That's how it works. And they don't care about your qualification. Nobody will ask about your qualification. Nobody will ask about your qualification. I studied law. I never tell anybody I have any qualification. I don't have any certificate in data analysis. Oh, to tell you I studied data analysis or I studied computer in university. I don't. I don't have any computer certificate that to tell you that way that what I used to do this to. No, never. I studied law. That's what I would tell you. But I have experience on this because I work here, I work here, I work here. So if you want to give me a job, give me a job. So that's how it works. Nobody cares about your qualification. Even if you are an engineer, if a work has to do with the health sector and you have the experience in health sector, you'll get the job. So please keep working on your experience. Don't worry about anybody that is maybe molesting you on job or something like that. Keep working on your career. Just keep building your resume. That's what you should focus on. Just ignore them. Time will come when you see a position and you have all the requirement in the position. Apply. Even if you are working there, just resign and tell them I'm going, I'm leaving. I got a bigger position. Just resign and leave. They will start looking at you. They don't know what you have been doing. You are cooking something. That's what you should be doing in your life. So that your friends will just keep looking at you going to a business, a company, or going to a place, or going to a cafe, or going to somewhere. They don't know what you are cooking. They don't know what you are doing. They don't know that you are cooking your CV. So when you reveal your CV, you reveal your experience, my brother, is going to be a mind blowing. So this is it. I think we did justice to this at least. So let's draw the curtain here and we call it a day. So after this CV review, I don't know, we just did question and answer. So if you have any question, you ask again. If you don't, I think that's all. I'll just say thank you for listening and thank you for being here, and see you next time. Maybe I'll have second CV something. If I have a lot to say, another things to say, I'll hold another one so that we'll discuss more on this, and you will learn a lot on that. So maybe on that, I will talk more on working experience because that's what our people lacked. I will maybe have a webinar on that working experience so that you will learn more on the working experience, because that's what a lot of people doesn't know and doesn't have. That's why they are not getting the job. But inshallah, we'll try our best to see that. I'm trying my best to see I partner with a lot of NGOs, a lot of organizations, a lot of companies, so that people that are coming up right from your, like I said, right from university, after class, it's not 247 you are studying. We are all in university. I'm studying law, I'm going to the work. That's how it works. So from when after lectures, go and work. Start building yourself, start building a career from there. So when you are done with university, you have working experience of so years on a particular profession. That's how it works. That's how it works. So yeah, don't worry, I'm sharing the recording, but it will take some time for me to put it together and upload it. So please exercise some patience. It can be tomorrow, it can be next tomorrow, because I believed if I put it together, it will be around 5 gig, 6 gig before me upload it on YouTube. I have to upload it there also. Then I'll share the link with all of you. You can watch the video from A to Z. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. And I believe you are going to correct your CV. And I wish you, what can I say? I believe you are going to be, you are going to secure the interview, and I can't wait to see a lot of people telling me they got jobs or they got interview or they participated in a social interview and they were, they got jobs and the rest. So this is it, and my hope is for everyone to, at least to share what the experience, any experience we have with everyone, so that we don't know who the experience will help. I don't know. You too, you don't. So you can, if I share the link with you, you can share with people. Is we want people to get the knowledge. So please, if you like, you can share with people. Let them watch, let them learn, let them understand what we have done, so that everyone will understand it. Please, I'll share the template with you tonight. And right now, I'll share all the template with you. So you go ahead and edit it. And I'll share the link of the video later when I uploaded it on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much and have a wonderful night. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. Thank you.